Next, let us have our next speaker, Valapan Savamani, competent communicator, competent leader, for his speech. Uh, okay, his speech is titled "Stop Splitting Them into Pink and Blue." Valapan is an active Toastmaster who believes in continuous learning. Let us have Valapan give his speech now.
Okay. Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, Audrey, fellow Toastmasters, and beloved guest, and our visiting Toastmasters. How many of you here love to eat home cooked food? And especially if it is done by a beloved mother or adoring wife. I can see so many people raising hands. Absolutely, guys. Like you all, I love eating home cooked food. Weekends are especially very good because my wife prepares special dishes like mutton biryani, pepper chicken, fish fry, etc. I enjoy those food. Festive seasons are really enjoyable because we'll have a lot of sweets, savories, yummy food, what not. We'll be eating and eating and eating. I believe that should be the same for the other race people, like the Chinese people during the Chinese New Year, and the Malay during the Ramadan feast, the Christians and the sumptuous dinner during the Christmas Eve, and other race people who celebrate the festive seasons. Festive seasons means food. That's my definition. So I love eating food. However, have we appreciated the effort our beloved women put inside the kitchen? There is no retirement for them in this job. They are stuck in the kitchen for their lifetime. Last weekend, I saw an Indian movie titled The Great Indian Kitchen, a Malayalam movie. And through the movie, they portray the pain of Indian women struggling in the kitchen and doing the household chores. The movie duration was around 1 hour 40 minutes. And you will not believe, throughout the movie, the heroine of the movie is a homemaker and she'll be cooking food for her husband and father in law. And the remaining part of the time, she'll be cleaning the house and washing the clothes. After a while, she will be fed up and she said to her husband, she will tell her husband that she want to go for a job. Immediately, the father-in-law will step in and refuse, saying that my wife was a postgraduate and she didn't work as she stayed at home to take care of the children. And because of her sacrifice, the kids are in a very good position now. And I really feel that you should stay at home and take care of the family. I'm wondering, is there any family where the men sacrifice the career and take care of the kids? I have never heard such cases. Women, uh, actually, this movie really hit me very hard. The movie duration was less than 2 hours, and I couldn't even sit for the 2 hours. I was wondering, how does these ladies sacrifice a whole life staying in the kitchen struggling, and they don't even see a light at the end of the tunnel? Women are not appreciated for the work they do, and they're not paid. Even for a small basic expense, they need to depend on their husband. I understand this kind of practice was there in the Stone Age when men went out to hunt animals because the animals are fast moving and these people are capable of running behind, chasing the animals and killing them and bringing the food. The women stayed at home to cook food and take care of the kids. But why are we bringing this practice in this information age? Globally, in 2020, only 46% of the women are in the workforce. In India, it's even worse. Only 23% of the women are in the workforce. By and large, a majority of the proportion of the working women will quit the job after the childbirth. In United Kingdom and Germany, for example, four in one one in four, sorry, 1 in 4 women will quit the job after the childbirth. Why is there a gender inequality? Why are men fixated themselves that roles like cooking, taking care of kids are feminine and they're not supposed to do such work? How can we bring a change in the society. The change have to come from every individual, and this can make a big impact to the society. Former United Nations General Secretary Ban Ki-moon said, achieving gender equality is possible if we get support from everybody, women, men, boys, girls. It's everybody's responsibility. We should start inculcating the healthy thought of gender equality in our children. It's the best place to start. Of course, the home is the best place to start this kind of education to our children. Let us not split them into pink and blue. Pink is for girls and blue is for boys. Girls are meant for cooking and boys are meant to earn money, and car driving or extra outside activities are meant for boy. Let us not segregate the roles and responsibilities. Do encourage your sons are specific saying, to do household chores at home. Do not stereotype the toys for your daughters. Don't buy them the kitchen set. Do not give them the Barbie dolls. Don't stereotype the toys and say that you are a girl and you should only do that. No, let us not do that. Let's walk the talk. Show them by example. Lead them by example. How should we treat each other with equality? Let us all play our part in seeing gender equality in our lifetime. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Vallabhan, for highlighting the very prevalent problem of gender inequality and gender stereotype